Oscar-nominated Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Is it as good as people say? Is it as bad as people say? I don't think anybody said that. But we will get into all that. I'm rapping everything about Puss in Boots: Last Wish right after this title. Back to Toonium, the new element of animation. I am Shin the Hero. That is Forrest Bloom Noble. Before we jump into everything, we want to ask for a call to action. Please subscribe. Helps us out. Drop some comments down below. Helps us out. Drop a like. Share that. And hit that bell icon up there if you want to see more videos and see our wonderful, beautiful faces. Let's get into Puss in Boots, the 2022 DreamWorks film. Is this the best DreamWorks film movie? We're going to try to answer that for you. There will be spoilers and everything like that as we're talking about this movie, because you can't really talk about this without it. Also, this is Oscar nominated. It's one of the 5 Oscar nominated movies. So we're going to see if this was actually deserving on it, or was there better movies from 2022 that should have been Oscar nominated as well along with this one, or should this had the slide on this? Noah, what were you thinking about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Because this is the second one. It's the second one from Puss in Boots, which was a spinoff from Shrek 2, because that's where he was introduced in and everything like that. But how are you liking this? Was this better than the first one? Does this deserve the 95% on Rotten Tomatoes that it has? Give us your thoughts, Mr. Noah.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the sequel to the first one, is 100% better. 100% better than the first movie. This movie, the story is better. The animation is better. Puss in Boots is just better. I'm not gonna lie. When they first announced Puss in Boots, I was not excited for this movie, because I was like, the first movie is not bad. It's okay. But this movie is like a greater step towards greatness. I don't know what I was trying to say there. But you guys should watch this. This is DreamWorks. One of DreamWorks' best movies. I don't know if it's like the best, but it's probably top 5 now. It jumped straight up. This was enjoyable to watch. I can see why I did get that. I think it got its Oscar nominated for the animation alone. I think it's in that category of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It got the Oscar nomination just for the animation by itself. Nothing else mattered. They're just gonna award this movie for the animation. It was a great watch for me.
I do agree with you on the animation. Like, there were especially when it turned into its the fights, the battle scenes and everything like that, and how that animation shifted from the 3D animation to like almost like a storybook type of anime. It had this grainy feel to it and everything like that. Like, it was great. Like, I was very surprised on how well animated this movie was, especially the battle scenes. Like, I was very surprised about that. Like, this animation is up there. I would even go so far as in being so bold where instead of putting it in the top 5 DreamWorks films, I'd put it in the top 3.
Top 3?
Like,
wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I put it in the top 3. Like, it was like Noah said. I agree with them. I was not geared up, and I did not care. And we weren't even finna do a video on this movie. Noah wanted to do something on this, and I was like, no. But Noah kept pestering me about doing something on this movie, because again, I wasn't looking forward to see this. I ain't seen the first movie. I didn't care to see it. I don't really care about Puss in Boots in general or anything like that. I know he's a very popular character, which is why he got his own spin-off series and everything like that. But I ain't care or anything like that. And then Noah convinced me, especially when the Oscar nominees had came out, he said, "Man, it's Oscar nominated now, man. You gotta watch it. You gotta talk about it now." I was like, "Son of a bitch, no, I hate you." But so my expectations for this movie was hella low, like low in the ground. But as I'm watching this movie and everything like that, it was great. Even though the plot is very simple and very predictable and everything like that, it was great. Like, I like the characters. I like Puss. I like Soft Paws. I like Chiquito. I like the little dog. The little dog, like he's my favorite character. And then the best animated villain, I would say, of 2022, the Wolf. Death himself. He was so dominant and such a force in this movie. Like, he was amazing. I really enjoyed that. Not the other villain. That nigga sucked. But other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. I really did. I really enjoyed it. And I kinda on some end am upset that I didn't see this in theaters. I know it's still in theaters as the time of this recording and everything like that. But you can stream it now, and that's what I did. And I kind of wanted to see this because this animation was so good. No, this animation was so good. It was.
I agree with you. I streamed it too. I sat down and brought it. I didn't want to, but I did. I agree with you. Everything you said. I agree with you. Like 100%. The wolf, when he first got introduced, with all you heard was the whistle. Puss in Boots turn around, and then he turns back around. He's just sitting next to him. I was like, my God. Puss in Boots, run, dog. Just run.
Yeah, that man, the voice actor, though,
dog.
He did a wonderful job with this wolf.
100%. Man, the wolf, like you said, it's like that man's top villain. I don't know. I was on his side.
Yeah, the wolf was dope. I knew in the beginning though, he was deaf. I was like, he has to be deaf. He has to be deaf. And because when he had dropped that line, it was like, and he was talking about all Puss's deaths and everything like that. He was like, I was there in the background. You just didn't notice me. And I was like, oh, that man is deaf. So when that man first died, he was like, oh, I'm getting that soul and everything like that. And you do see the evolution of Puss. Like, he realizes his wrongs and everything like that. Especially when we run into Soft Paws. But before we get into that, for those who don't know what Puss in Boots 2 is, it's basically about, and the last wish is basically about, there's a wishing star that dropped in a forest that becomes the dark forest and everything like that. And no one's ever found this wish granting object. And Puss lost 8 of his lives, of his 9 lives. He's lost 8 of his 9 lives, and he's on his last one. So Puss tries to he goes into retirement, forced retirement, and then comes out when he finds out about this wish granting thing, and goes on an adventure to try to get his 9 lives back. And that's basically what the movie is, and it sets up other things and whatnot. Like, because we have characters. The main characters are Goldie and the 3 bears, which I really like their characters. I like that family dynamic of that. Then you have Soft Paws, which she has a wish herself. Cachito, or Doggo, the dog, he shows up. That man's the sweetest, most that's Isaac. That is Isaac.
Shouts out to Isaac.
That's Isaac, man. That's Isaac. But you have him in the thing, and then we have our main villain. What's it? Bo Peep? Is that his name?
No, that was
the pie dude. The finger.
Yeah. Shoot, I wrote his name down. Hold on. Because I knew I was gonna forget. I didn't write his name down. I lied. No.
I can't.
He's one of those nursery rhymes.
Yeah, he is a nursery rhyme. It's like it's the thumb. I stick my thumb into the pie. I can't remember what his name.
Yeah, dang, I thought I wrote.
That's how insignificant he is. He's probably like he's your generic Shrek villain, basically, and he's probably the worst of the villains.
Jack. His name was Jack. Dang it, Jack something.
He's the worst villain. the main villain is I would say, and he's not even a villain. I would say he's more
he's
of an
not
antagonist. He's more
antagonist. Yeah.
But is the wolf, which is death. But Jack, he's not great villain either. He's just doing the whole DreamWorks shtick, being a dick for no reason and everything like that. And he just wants power and all that junk. He's not important. He's mainly there for comedy and everything like that. Because there's a part where Jiminy Cricket basically shows up and becomes his conscience. His whole shtick is he likes magic and everything like that. He wants to have all the magic in the world because of one thing that happened in his childhood, because of the freaking Pinocchio took away his everything like that. But he's not important at all. The most important characters is Puss, Soft Paws, and Chiquito. They're the most important ones, and Goldie and Three Bears. They're important. Those are important too. What was your favorite part in this movie? No.
My favorite part? Oh man, it's so many. It has to be. I got numerous ones, and they all got to do with the wolf. Every single one. When he first got introduced, when the first fight between the wolf and Puss in Boots, when Puss realized he was losing, and then it was a quick moment. Some people may not even catch it, but when like the wolf had like his daggers down like this, and we saw like Puss in Boots' reflection, you saw a straight fear. I love that moment. That moment was crazy dope. I was like, yo, yeah. That whole fight, the whole first fight was amazing. And then we see Puss in Boots start to like, yo, I can't win. I'm not ready for this right now. Love that. Every time the wolf showed up, it was like God tier to me. Or like probably another one of my favorite parts, and I hate this cut to the end of the movie, but when he shows up at the end on the wishing star and he creates the flames, and he was like, yo, you can't run now. I was like, holy shit. I'm on the wolf side. I'm sorry, Puss in Boots. I am on the wolf side. Like I do agree. I love Goldilocks and the Three Bears. I thought their characters were great.
Yeah, let's get into their characters and everything. Goldie's wish, because they find this map that is a map leading to the wishing star itself. And once you get into the forest, every time you touch the map, depending on who touched the map, these are your 3 hardships you have to go through to get to there. Like, for instance, when Puss touched the thing, it was just all terrible, grim and grim. When Softpaw touched it, it was also pretty bad because of what they went through and everything. But when Chiquito touched the thing, it became easy street. It was like easy mode. Like, he had pocket full of posies, a rainbow road thing, and then it literally said easy street for his third one, and where he can just go up there. Like, it changed a lot. When Goldie's thing was, you find out throughout the movie that Goldie wants a family, but she wants a person family, a human family, even though, which the movie keeps harking back on, you don't need to wish for what you want, because sometimes you already have it what is straight in your face. Whatever you wish for is already straight in your face. And that's what Goldie finds out about towards the end of the movie. Because like when they first are introduced, you feel that family dynamic with them.
Yeah.
When they go into the cat lady, there's a crazy cat lady thing. That's what Puss was. And he gets his beard for some odd reason that they don't really. He becomes a real cat and everything like that. No one cares about that. But when
like the beard. I like the beard.
but when they came in, beat up that cat lady, and then they put her in the freaking piano, and that man was playing the piano like Stevie Wonder. Like, it was the dad, the mom, and I really love the dynamic. Like, look, I have a very good relationship with my mom, and she's very dear, she's loved, and I really love that relationship with the mama bear and Goldie, and how they clicked and everything like that. And it sucked that Goldie was kind of withholding things from them. Yeah. But even towards the end, when they finally found out what Goldie wanted, they still, like, I was like, yo, the Bears are the best family ever.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
still behind Goldie and still wanted just like, nah, man, Goldie's getting this wish.
Wish,
It
dope.
was amazing. Like it was amazing. I really like that thing. But like Goldie's hardship thing, they kind of go back to the past where Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where she's first is introduced as a kid and everything like that, and they find her in the bed that is just right. That's her biggest thing, is it's just right and everything like that. They find her in the bed and they adopt her basically. And then we kind of sort of get hints at she kind of have another family, but we don't know. All we know is she's an orphan. That's it. But like their dynamic, especially with her and Baby, that was brother sister right there. That's like me and my sisters right there, man. Like that was brother sisters thing like that. I really like the Three Bears and Goldie. That was a wonderful take on like a family aspect that you like. You know, before we get into the bad.
I hate to repeat myself, but when Wolf and Puss in Boots was fighting for the first time, when the wolf drew blood and they showed it, I did not expect that. I was like, yo, what the? Yeah. Is that blood? Am I watching the right movie? I thought that was dope. I was like, yo, this is a step in a good direction. Like they can show a little blood now. It's good. I enjoyed blood. I did.
The first sequence when he fights the giant, the Cyclops dude, I was like, was Puss always this dominant? Was he this powerful before? And then the wolf showed up and he got beat into the dirt. I was like, okay, this seems about right now. This seems about right.
Nah, man. I'll tell you, man. He went from side character in Shrek to main character and got a power up, man. That's how it works, man. You know that.
How you like Antonio Banderas' portrayal of this more grizzled, older Puss? Like, did he hit the money on the mark on that?
Yeah, I thought he did a great voice. And then if you notice throughout the movie, it's like he lost that deep voice when he really got like scared and stuff. I enjoyed it. It was really dope. Yeah. The voice acting, they did a great job. I know they did a phenomenal job. Like I said, I really enjoyed Goldie. The whole movie from start to finish was amazing. It was a great watch. The animation carries this movie. If they went back to the old animation like the first movie was, I don't think it would be that great.
Yeah.
I really don't. I think it'll be a good movie, but I don't think it'll be great as it is now.
Like one of my favorite parts of the thing is when Puss has his second panic attack. After it was before they go into the mirror thing where he meets his past lives and everything like that. But like he has a panic attack and he runs off, and he's up against that tree and the dog comes up there and he tells us that like the dog, one of his things is he wants to be a comfort dog, one of those type of animals, and he just lays on Puss puts his hand on there, and I like because you hear the heartbeat and him breathing hard, like and it all slows down once he puts his paw on the dog and everything like that. And I really like that friendship. Like I really like that the whole thing, that whole dynamic with them and everything like that. Even though it's generic and it's obvious of how it is going, they did it well.
They did do it well. They did it well with the animation because you made it. You could feel. Yeah. I feel like you can feel that Puss in Boots is really scared. Yes, like you can see it. You can feel it like he's terrified right now. And then he's just running. They did a great job. They really did. Like I felt like, he needs to go. He can't. He's not ready.
Yeah. And then there's the sequence where Puss finally gets the map again, and they go into the Mountain of Sorrows or Lost Souls, the Mountain of Lost Souls. And you see his past lives that he lost, and they're talking to him and everything like that. And then they hit home like, this isn't the same Puss in Boots. You are Wuss in Boots. And they're talking about him and everything like that. And he's like, even Puss is like, yeah, sure, but I feel like I'm a better person now and everything like that. And then the wolf shows up during that and he runs away. And one of Softpaw's whole thing was she wants to find somebody to trust, because you see their little dynamic again too, like how they were floating through the water and she cut his beard and everything like that. They did the cute stare off, and that meant Chiquita was having a stroke while trying to do it and everything like that. That was funny and everything like that. And Puss is running with the map, and they finally, because Chichiko got captured by the bears, and they get him out and everything like that, and she's like, we're free, I got you. Puss looks at him, and you could see the fear in his eyes, and he just darts, and they're thinking that he ran off for himself again, but he didn't really do that. He was just trying to, like, death is coming after this man.
Yeah, that's what got, because that's when he finally realizes, oh man, you're deaf. You're not just because at first Puss in Boots thought he was just a bounty hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's when Puss in Boots realized, oh no, you're not a bounty hunter. You're literally deaf. You're like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Yeah.
What was some of the aspects in here that you didn't like? Were there anything in here that you didn't like about the movie?
I think my only real negative, right, was probably in the beginning of the movie. I felt like, I guess it's not really a bad negative, it's a personal negative, but I feel like Puss in Boots said his name 700 times during the beginning of the movie. I am Puss in Boots. I am Puss in Boots. I am Puss in Boots. I was like, yo, how many times is he gonna say it? I feel like he said, like, I am your who is your favorite hero? Yo, dog, I was like, yo, they're killing. I don't know how many times they said Puss in Boots in this movie. If it's over
100,000 times.
If it's that high, I'll be shocked. If it's over 100 times, I was like, that seems right. 100, 150 times. That's like one. It got annoying in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I know what I'm watching, people. I know it. I know his name is Puss in Boots. He's a beloved character. He has his own TV series. This is his second movie. He's in 3 other animated features. I know his name is Puss in Boots. Why does he keep having to say it?
Because that's Puss in Boots, man. That's Puss in Boots.
But that's it. That's my only real negative. I don't really have anything else.
I mean, there is my nitpick of it is I do, and they rectify this because I thought they were just gonna go on when you find out that Puss was supposed to actually marry Softpaws, and he ran away, and she actually overhears that, and he overhears him talking about how much that hurt him and he regretted and everything like that. I was like, man, if they do this bullshit where he don't say this until the end of the movie, but as soon as that scene is done, he says something to her. He apologizes and everything. I was like, oh, that's cool and everything. The thing that I hated was he waited so long to tell them that this man Death is coming after me. That's the reason why he didn't tell them why he needed the wish. He should have told them why he wanted the wish. Like that. And I was expecting everybody, besides Jack, I was expecting somebody to have been like, well, I'm going to just wish for everybody here to get their wish, except for Jack. That could have been easy. That could have been easy where everybody still got what they wanted.
I thought nobody else. I thought, because before the last scene, when Wolf shows up, I thought nobody else could see me too. Yes, I thought that too. Oh, and then I like when Softball was like, "Oh, you literally meant like death is after you." I thought you were talking about metaphorically. He was like, "Nah, nigga, death."
I like Batman Death towards the end. You felt his frustration. He's like, "Fuck!" He was like, "You're making this terrible for me. How can I kill someone who was so self-centered or anything like that, and they're clearly changed? I can't do that now."
I like that he wasn't a bad guy.
He wasn't a bad guy. He was like, "You hoe, you a hoe ass cat." Remember that.
Because now he saw Puss in Boots cherish his life.
He saw that.
Yeah, he saw that. He's like, "You're not worth the killing now." He just left. He just dipped out. I really do enjoy the Wolf, man.
Yeah, the Wolf is a wonderful villain. Like his aura and everything, he was
Everything.
a wonderful villain.
Every time he showed up, I was like, "Oh, here we go, let's go."
Yeah, every time that whistling came
excited.
up, man.
Yeah, the whistling when he's just walking slowly.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, and
man.
his weapons, man.
Yo,
like,
yeah,
man. Like it was dope. Those fight scenes were off the chain. Those are the best things ever.
It was, man. The Wolf made the movie.
What would you rate this? How many wishes would you give this out of 5?
Out of 5, I'm gonna just go ahead and give it a 5, man. I enjoyed it. It deserved the Oscar nominee to me. It deserved the nominee.
Does it deserve to win?
I don't know yet.
All right.
I've seen 4 out of the 5.
Okay.
So I can't say if it deserves to win yet.
Okay.
To be fair, it does deserve the nominee, in my opinion.
All right. I agree with Noah. This is, again, I saw my expectation for this movie was very low, and it blew me out the water. Like it was very enjoyable start to finish. Not once did I see how much time we got left. Not once did I pause it. I was into the movie the entire time and everything like that. So I gotta agree with him. Gotta give it a 5. 5 wishes, 9 lives, as you would say. It gets it, and I understand why it's got nominated and everything. It deserves it. I haven't seen all the movies that's on there that are Oscar nominated either, but I don't think it's going to win. But in my opinion, it should. It should win. This was a wonderful lead, and mainly for the animation. The animation, and then some of the characters, the story around, and then if it just doesn't win on the backs of the Wolf in general,
yeah. Like if we're talking like straight animation, I think it should win. Like if we're like out of other 4 movies, even though I haven't seen the one of them,
yeah.
Out of the 4, I think animation alone, it should win.
If you want to see our talk about that, click this video over here. And that's where you'll be able to see that. YouTube will give you another video over here. Remember, subscribe, comment, share if you like videos like this. We will catch y'all in the next one. I have been Shin the Hero. That has been Flores Bloom Noah. And we are Toonium. And we out.